Hi, welcome. You are on the Heart of Success show, and I'm your host, Larissa Vakulina. I go live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time zone. And here on this show, I share with you different topics and different areas of our life and how we can create success. Not the success that is defined by external someone for us, as we know we lived for a long time and still keep living. The success that you believe that you can create for yourself and your loved ones, success in all areas of your life, in your health, in your creativity, in your creating wealth, in your living purpose and your gifts, sharing your gifts, right? So this is the show that covered a lot of different directions of human life. So today I decided to just talk a little bit about the spaces of reality or the belief systems, right? So um, through my observation as a healer, and also there's of course a lot of sharing that other healers doing, we see and perceive and feel that there is a certain thought forms that are created in our energy field that are sometimes are very, very strong forms that occupy these spaces in our field and related to a certain conceptions that are true and maybe misconceptions. So these thought forms are in your individual energy field, but also these thought forms could be sharing the common space of reality that many people could be also believing the same concepts and misconceptions that you do. So I'm talking right now about that individual space, reality space that you are creating for yourself. And these thought forms are also could be a really strong driving force for your life, and they are. And the more cyclical these thought forms are, the more power they have. And also, the more clearer these thoughts are, the better and stronger effect they actually have on creating our reality. And also, the more feelings we have about these thoughts, they more stronger. So the power of these thoughts and reality spaces and belief systems that you hold within yourself depend on the importance that you put on these thought forms and belief systems. So basically, if you, for example, believing within yourself that you somehow not enough, or you somehow not loved, or you not talented, or you in some form of not feeling yourself beautiful or something, and the more you think about it, the more power and energy and emotions you give to that thought, the more stronger the field you create around yourself. And this space is also connected to the spaces of the other people. And the more stronger and the more often you think in these terms, the more you affect others to perceive yourself and see yourself in that same way as you see yourself, right? So it's almost like a magnetic force that you are activating by thinking and recycling all these negative thoughts and you creating this psychonoetic forms and reality of space in your field, that is attracting and also affecting other people, reality spaces in that same force. So that's really how it works. And you know, the more negative you think about yourself, the more stronger you're gonna to feel the triggers within yourself and also externally. So these thought forms, we think they are automatic, they are unconscious, and we basically don't have any power or control over it. But really, in reality, it's not like that. These thought forms are really, really close to our conscious understanding and knowing that they're there. So this is a really important point where we could actually really clearly see and observe and also become aware of these reality spaces that we are actually holding in our energy field, and how we many times thinking that this is only mine, this is intimately mine, and it has nothing to do with the external world. Well, this is really is incorrect, because uh, your space of your reality is in direct connection with the spaces of reality of all the other people, and basically the collective reality space. So and these conglomerates of the groups of thoughts, they kind of almost magnetize each other, and then they amplify the power of these thoughts that are also supported by emotions and our feelings. So this thought, the more clearer the thought, and the more emotions this thought is actually having, the forms in your energy field become really strong force that creates colors, forms that create all of these vibrations and frequencies that are so strongly affecting the ether, the universal energy field, that it is really bringing you that reality, right? So, and now when we're looking at the reality of what's happening right now in the world, the leaders of this world, they really activating and creating the reality spaces for you, and they pulling you in to keep recycling these very negative, fearful thoughts about future, and also you activating these thoughts with your feelings and emotions. Sorry. That creates a very, very strong belief system, thought forms, and space of realities that are then on a collective level are so easy to create the real reality in manifestation of the in the physical world, right? So what needs to be happen is the personal awareness of these thought forms that you keep recycling within yourself, because anytime this thought form is triggered either internally or externally, you have some sort of reaction, either by punishing and judging yourself, and then you know you keep strengthening the perception of yourself in a negative form. Then you of course inviting and making and affecting other people to think about yourself in the same form. Or if it's external trigger, well, then you keep going into the reaction either in the form of the aggression, in the form of withdrawal, or in the form of being neutral and really just withdraw yourself, or blaming or judging. So that also kind of, that charge would express itself in the form of the reaction, but really in reality you still keep having these thought forms that are not really changing anything, not changing your state of being. It's not changing in your life into the positive format, because it's a cyclical thought forms that you keep holding in your energy field. And also because of that form that you holding it within yourself, you automatically attracted to the people of the same thought forms, or the people will be attracted to you that have the same belief system, the same thought forms process, the same misconceptions or the truth. So that's how we create this almost like a separate spaces of reality with a certain type of people that are resonating with that form, this thought form that each of us keeping in our energy field. And basically we also believe that when that group is believing in a certain reality, and the other group is believing in the other reality, we kind of almost judging, blaming, and fighting with each other. That's what's happening in our world right now. So we, instead of start to think, to have the self-healing first, in terms of becoming aware of these thought forms, becoming aware of the cyclical vicious cycles of creating the critical mass when you have the emotional reaction, and then you kind of move this thought form in your energy field, and it goes back into the place where it always been sitting, but with more energy now. So each time we have emotional reaction, we allow this thought form or the space of your particular reality move through your energy field, but we're not releasing it and we're not healing it, right? So in order for us to heal, we need to express the emotions and feelings of this reality, of this thought form, in a safe and a trusted environment. For example, in the therapeutical settings, in the healing settings, where the healer or the therapist would assist you to objectively see how your thought forms are creating your life, how the thought forms are creating uh, connections in your life of almost the same people. And you keep cycling, you keep recycling within your own energy field, keeping your distorted or misconceptual thought forms that are constantly getting more power and getting more vibrational effect to actually attract what you believe in. And that's what really I'm observing right now, what's happening around us on a bigger global scale, is that there is a groups of people everywhere connecting together in a certain, believing in a certain way, creating these thought forms where they discuss, where they talk, where they express in emotions and feelings about that particular belief, and by doing this, they charge this reality, the space of that particular reality, and make it much, much stronger. And of course, there is a transformation also happening from one space of reality into the other space of reality. But what I'm observing in a lot of time, that even though the person is moving from one reality into another, it is happening more on a very surface level, because the idea seems like uh, new to the person, but the person is taking only what he wants to take from that new reality, that actually matching its own thought forms. Because in order for us to really have the transformation and move from that limited reality and the reality of misconceptions and limited beliefs, we really need to first deal with this time capsules. We call it time capsules. The thought forms, the feelings that are constantly recycling and activating and making it stronger, that particular limited belief or this particular thought form that is having so much importance for you. And of course, right now we all in a space where we having we facing unknown future, we facing unknown reality of how everything will be played in front of us, how and whoever you believe organizing that new future reality for us, we kind of giving away our power to create our own reality. Well, number one, first, please make intention, or set up intention for yourself first, to understand your thought forms. What are you holding in your consciousness or unconsciousness? It is all sits in your energy fields, and you need to become at least on the edge of that unconscious automatic thought process of judging, of fearing, and connecting and having this same space of reality with other people. Keep talking about it, keep blaming, keep judging, keep recycling all of this information that is so much right now out there. Maybe you just ground yourself and set up intention for yourself that, okay, I'm going to disconnect myself a little bit away from all of this informational terror and informational psychological operation. And what if I focus on myself? What thought forms and what thought process I'm constantly entertaining within myself? I'm constantly giving so much importance to these thoughts that are possibly is not even helping me in my personal life. It's not helping me to take responsibility and create my own ecosystem, inner and outer ecosystem. How about if I will start to understand and get these thought forms that are actually misconceptual, or the thought forms that are actually negative, and start to work with them and become a very gentle objective observer and witness of my own thought forms, and how I can express it in a very safe environment with someone whom you trust fully. Express it emotionally and through the feelings. Well, then you have a chance to actually change this thought process and thought forms into more positive thought forms. So then you have a chance to create a new psychonoetic thought forms that will be then also supported by more positive emotions and feelings. And then you can have the real transformation into another reality, or the space of reality, where you can then start to connect with people who are a little bit higher in understanding how it all works. And then you can create these connections that can activate in much more positive forms, in much more positive feelings and emotions, and you can then put more importance on the thought processes and your feelings about creating future, and how you can disconnect yourself on recycling what's actually happening 3 months ago, or maybe a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago, how we've been living before this corona terror, whatever we call it, right? So just stop being in the past and allow yourself to have these thought forms that are really is a waste. It's not doing for your life any good. It's not doing any good for lives of your loved ones or for our collective lives, right? So it is the act of your will. Start to set up intention for yourself to become aware of what thought forms and what the reality space that you have within yourself, and then set intention to deal with this on your personal level first, because when we actually jump in from one space reality to another space reality, or simply from one belief system to another belief system, just surfacely, just touching the waters of, okay, well, it seems like this is really a nice information here, and I possibly can learn something else. But then you find out that you extract from this information only to you extract the substance of what is there only to support and keep supporting your negative thought forms. And then also your emotions and your feelings start to activate these thought forms in a stronger way, and then of course um, we help the utopian uh, futuristic design that we are all seeing as some sort of not the future that we all want to be. Well, then you are the creator of that. So please disattach yourself from the information and the spaces of reality that is actually supporting your fear, that is supporting your fearful thought forms, that is then activate your emotions and reactions. And that's how then you personally create your own life and also help to create the lives on a global level. I think I explained it quite in detail of how and what's happening within ourselves. We hold it all in our energy field. It is our energy consciousness system that is needs to be paid attention to, and we need to become aware of all of these processes that happen within ourselves. It's not so hard as it seemed to. So your willful transformation and your willful intention to actually first assist yourself in this is probably that's what is enough at this stage from you. So I invite you to do that as soon as possible, because as you know, all of these spaces of reality that is recycling events and realities that are actually artificially created, and keeps recycling it all for a number of years now, it's not gonna to help us to create the world we want. That's just full stop. And we all individually need to start to change that first in ourselves. So thank you so much for being with me here today. It's a very important topic today about our thought forms, about our thought processes, about how we support by feelings and emotions, and what importance we put in these thoughts. This is what creates our reality. I will come back next week on Wednesday at 2 p.m. again with another topic. And right now, I would like to say to say thank you for your support. Just share my insights. Why I think I'm in the right place where I have not so many people following me, but this is the indication that not many people are yet understanding the concepts that I'm saying here. But the more and more people will start to really pay attention to what's going on within ourselves, and also because of what going on within ourselves, that's what going on externally in our reality, well, then we need to start to heal ourselves. So if you're interested in any clarity about this thought process, about the your emotional states that are supporting these negative emotions, about how you see and perceive all this external mess that we are all in, well, there is a website that you can visit, and you can go and find the calendar where you can book your consultations for free with me. Then we can start to really sort out your own self for the greater good. Thank you so much. And I love you all.